Welcome and welcome back to Life of the Muse. I'm the Muse. This is my life, and I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but we're going to give it our best attempt. So if you've been here before, you know I diamond paint and you've seen us do a WiP Chat. I am just trying to get this lighting figured out, these angles figured out, but I really wanted to do this WiP Chat with you all because it's a smaller diamond painting project, and I've had some people tell me recently like, oh my goodness, I would never be able to be a diamond painter. It's just way too tedious. I would hate that. And it's like, it's not as bad as you're making it seem because you're supposed to be enjoying it and using it as a stress relief. So if it is starting to feel like a tedious job, either change your hobby or change your perspective. If you are not enjoying the time that you're spending on projects like this, it's probably not for you. And I understand like wanting to have the beautiful artwork and then feeling like, oh, I don't like doing it. I get it, but if you don't like doing something, don't do it. But the reason I wanted to do this specific project with you is to show that diamond painting projects come in various sizes. I also have my car keys here. I wanted to do this with you all as a WiP Chat. This is a diamond painting keychain that I actually got from Dollar Tree. I wanted to do this with you all, but like I said, these angles, all of this mess, like it's turning out to be a fail, and I don't have the patience for it. Before we move forward, nail set of the week. These are press-on nails made by me. I have not been in my nail bag like I should, but we're finally back. Please excuse also the sniffles and the humming in the background. It is cold in this room, and I have my heater on. This is the more silent heater that I have, so we're gonna have to rock with it. This specific project has I had a legend here. Here we go. 9 colors. Here's our color chart. And it ends up being a beautiful bookmark. This is the original packaging. Studio Delight. Again, please forgive me. The angle that I have to work at. This tripod is not it. And here's what it came with. So it came with the 2 templates, a wax refill, the stylus, craft tray, tassel, and 9 packs of gems sorted by color. I did already make the first bookmark. Let me get it for you and show it to you real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you ready? Look at how pretty. I got it was Hobby Lobby. I was about to say Michael's, and that's not true. I got it from Hobby Lobby. So if you want one, go get it. Look at this. The most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. So I'm thinking about gifting this one to a friend of mine. Kalena has been reading a lot lately. India reads a lot. So I'll probably end up giving this to one of them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Wow. Part of me, I'm gonna go grab some scissors because this whole thing has plastic over it, but all of this area is sticky where I'm supposed to place my drills. So I'm actually going to take a second and grab some scissors. I'm gonna cut half and move up. Y'all, before I cut this, do you see this? Do y'all remember my last WiP Chat where there was a random S on my hand? I'm gonna go back and find it, but like, where do these come from? What is that? Oh my God. I've been moving some stuff around and playing with angles a little bit more. I think I got us to the point where I like the angle we're at. Okay. Minus the fact that we're shaking. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start with the 2s down in there. I will say one thing I don't like about this project. So normally it just lines up, like 1 would be 1, but here 2 is A, and then 3 is 2. I don't really appreciate that because that's a bit confusing. So keep that in mind. You really have to pay attention to your color chart, because I was definitely about to put the wrong thing down. I don't have very many in the tray. It doesn't seem like I'll need it. So for projects like this, you can use a multi-placer, but you'll probably have to go back and do quite a bit of correcting. I don't mind that because it's not like straight lines or anything. So for like this, I'm gonna just do a single placer, but when they get closer together, like close enough, I'll use a multi-placer. This will probably need some correcting. So here we are at the end of November. Ooh, that did not go well at all. Here we are at the end of November, and I think that the weather and the time of year are getting to me. When Thanksgiving was approaching and rolling around, everybody was talking about their plans and whose house they were going to and what they're responsible for bringing. And I just kind of was sitting here like, yeah, great. Because I wasn't responsible for a dish this year. I got like a couple last minute invites, like, oh, you could tag along with me, but I didn't have like a set place where I was planning on being or anything like that. I do have, a lot of friends, but they have their own families and they were doing different things with their families to celebrate the holiday. Some people went out of town and things like that, but that just kind of left me here by myself. I did end up going out to eat with someone that's special to me, so that was nice. But outside of that, I can honestly say it was trying. It was very trying. Some years are easier than others. If you've been here a while, you know that I have lost a lot of my immediate family. So yeah, some years are better than others. Some years are harder than others. I think this year was kind of hard, but I was able to turn around and I did the best with what I got.
I'll do the best I can with what I got.
All right. I think for me, like I knew that, there would come a day where I would be the adult in the picture. I'm responsible for the cooking, the hosting, the memory creating, the tradition creating. But I guess I just didn't think that the transition would be like this. And you never know how the transition will be. You probably don't think about it, or you probably just try to think and stay positive, but so let's not dwell on the negative. I said that to say Just be considerate during the holidays. You don't really know how your friends are feeling. And like, even if someone tells you like, oh, I'm feeling down, you don't really know the full gravity or depth of that. You just know what they told you. Oh my gosh, this putty has been getting on my nerves really bad. I'm not even gonna tell y'all like what it is or where it's from because it's getting on my nerves so bad. But yeah, if you have children, like, what are some of the traditions you're trying to create for them? What are some of the memories you're trying to make for them? I'm definitely, well, can't even say definitely due to the presidency, but I'm looking forward to motherhood at some point in my life, and I really don't know what I want to do with my chaps when I get them. I do know matching pajamas. I do know we'll probably do the cookies for Santa. I am going to be a Santa parent. You're a child. You get to have your innocence. You know, I'm not going to take that from you. Fairy tales. I went ahead and switched colors. We're working on number 1 now. But in addition to my little holiday blues, I guess we'll call them, I just feel not necessarily blue, but I've recently been at this point in my life where I'm discombobulated as hell. Completely disassociated. Like, I don't really know what day it is. The only reason I know what day it is because I have to keep track of whether or not I work today or that day. If it wasn't for me having a job, like, I would not know what day it was. I don't know, like, for real, if I'm coming or going. When I check my work schedule, it's pretty much like, so you know how people get their work schedule for the week? I'll look at it, but I won't be able to memorize it. I have to come back and revisit it every single day. Like, do I work tomorrow? Do I work tomorrow? I'm not really sure what's going on. Like, I can't tell you. Part of me thinks it's just struggle with transition. There's a lot of relationships in my life that are in a transitional period, or the dynamic of them is changing, or I also have a couple of people that I've recently met, like in the past couple of months. So those relationships are forming, but like when it just comes to my relationships with people, I even feel discombobulated. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna give it one more chance, and then we're probably gonna have to change pens or something. But yeah, I feel real discombobulated in my relationships. Even the ones that aren't changing, I feel a little bit discombobulated with those because I'm so distracted and dissociated. Like, I haven't even had time to hang out or pour into those relationships. It's just been chaotic because my relationships in my life are what keep me grounded. And when they get the changing or ending or shifting, it's just like, hey, there's people I want to visit I haven't been able to pull up on. It's just annoying. But a part of all of that is because I did get a new job, thankfully. I'm thankful. I got a new job. It is another serving job, but it's a much better opportunity, and it is going to be a much more lucrative opportunity. I know that by the location. I know that by the business trends that I've already been able to observe. I know that by the difference in pay structure. Oh, I was out of frame. I'm sorry. I know that by the difference in pay structure. I can tell by my brand new coworkers' attitudes. Like, everybody really enjoys where they are and what they're doing. Everybody sincerely enjoys and trusts and work well with each other. So, not saying that that's not the case at my place, because we do trust each other and work well with each other. We just don't enjoy it. We don't enjoy it. We don't like the rules. We don't like the pay structure. We don't like the income or lack thereof. Just can't do it no more. Being in positions where, especially in this economy, like, money isn't everything, but if you don't have no money, you probably don't have much of anything else. And I just can't continue to sit in seats where I feel that I don't have much of anything. I can't continue to sit in seats where I'm watching my peers travel, wondering, like, will I ever get the opportunity? I can't continue to sit in seats where I don't have enough and everybody's like, save, 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 save. You know, nah, you have to have extra money to save. You can't save your rent money and the rent still get paid. You can't save your grocery money and you still got something to eat. You have to save extra money, meaning you have to have some extra money. Meaning, you have to have some baseline money. Like, yeah, I said all that to say, you could like your coworkers all you want to. If you're not making any money at that job, what are the odds that you'll be there long? You won't. We're changing colors again. All right, y'all. We listen and we don't judge. I started to run out of storage space in my phone, so I decided the rest of this video is going to be a voiceover, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to do the whole project together in real time, but I'll still let you watch me struggle, as you see here, to get it done, okay? We are going to do a quick pen switch. Like I said, that other one was getting on my nerves real bad with the putty that I was using, so instead I'm going to use this wax. It's up to you which one you use. The putty works well. I'm learning that it matters a lot, the temperature in the room. So yeah, I might end up getting a little mini fridge to keep them. We'll see how far I want to take it. But we are switching pens here to make our project a lot easier and more fun. You remember in the beginning when I was saying, like, this stuff is not supposed to frustrate you. So yeah, do what you got to do to make it fun. Now, before I ran out of storage space, I was talking about kind of like my finances and saving money and things like that. I don't know if you all are familiar with cash stuffing, but that's something that I've begun to do to try to get my money in a better position. If you've never heard of cash stuffing, you can look it up here on YouTube. You can look it up on TikTok. There are tons and tons and tons of channels that are dedicated to that. It's pretty much a system of cash organization, pretty much. You stuff it into certain envelopes, and those envelopes are allotted to different things. For example, you might have a gas envelope, you might have a grocery envelope, you might have a out to eat envelope. So it's pretty much a system that allows you to stuff a certain amount of money into each category, and it's like a stick to your budget type of system. Does that make sense? I may or may not do a cash stuffing video just because I'm not necessarily proud enough of where my money is right now to be showing y'all all that. I started cash stuffing last year with some envelopes that I just made by hand using Dollar Tree products. And I may or may not have showed them to you all, actually. Let me look and see. But At the time, I did allow my partner to come and stay with me because I made the decision that it didn't make sense for us to be paying what we were paying to live separately. I might have jumped the gun there, but whatever. He came in and he was helping me with expenses and things like that. And it was more fun to cash stuff because I had his cash and mine. He very happily would just go get some money and hand it to me because I think he was impressed with the system. He would love bringing me a couple $100s and watching me stuff it. But I can say we never, ever ran out of money, even when he thought we did. Like, he would be like, oh, I really want so-and-so, but I know we're looking a little low. Your debit card's looking low. You forgot about the hundreds of dollars you gave me earlier this month. I got it. I just found that when I had the funds and was able to stuff it, everything was so smooth. And like I said, I never ran out of money for gas, for out to eat, for shopping, for a little glass of wine, for the devil's lettuce. I never ran out of money. So now I'm trying to get back to that. There was a point in my life where I was a month ahead on rent, and then when the first rolled around, let's say if my rent was $1,200, I would only have to pay like $4 or $5 because I had already, you see what I'm saying? So I'm really praying that this system will allow me to not only have a different relationship with my money, but it'll assist me with the organization, getting back ahead. If I was a month ahead before, I can be a month ahead again. If I've been a month ahead before, I could be 3 months ahead. So we'll see where it takes me, but I know the beginning of this video had like a more sad and somber tone. I am trying to combat those feelings by getting my life together, to be honest with you. The more organized I get, the more I journal, the more money I have, the better I'll feel. Because who feels good with no money? Nobody. So, yes, I am trying to be more optimistic and positive and present and in the moment. But I know improving my relationships with money, improving my relationships with my job, improving my relationships with my mindset, it'll be helpful to feel better. In addition to improving my money and, everything that I just talked about, I'm also trying to read a lot more. I came across a tweet. I don't know if it was a few months ago or a year ago, but it said that children who read excessively or children that read a whole lot are children trying to escape their traumas. And that, I ain't gonna say it triggered me, but it had me like, wow. Because honestly, I'm not telling y'all this for judgment. We listen and we don't judge. But I'm gonna make a little confession. When I was younger, I used to love reading so much that I would go to the library on a regular basis, I think weekly. And if a book I wanted was in popular demand and there was a wait list for it, I would pay the library to skip ahead in line in the wait list. I'm pretty sure that was okay though. I think that was a legitimate system that they had. But yes, I was spending my grandma's money just to skip ahead in line and get certain books. I'll take it a step further and give you a little bit more tea. You remember when the Twilight series came out? Okay, so I paid to skip for, I think, the first 2 books. But then the library that I was using, they didn't have the last 2 books, or they were checked out or whatever. I was impatient. I remember ending up at Walmart after leaving the library, and I decided that I wanted this book, and this book needed to be mine because I was already done with the first 2 and I needed the 3rd one. So I put it in my little pocketbook and I took it home. I know. We listen and we don't judge. But I did read the entire Twilight series in 2 weeks. I just needed it. And then I had this little obsession with vampires back then too. Man, y'all just don't understand. Anywho, I didn't say that to encourage you to have sticky fingers, but I said that because I'm going to try to get back into reading. And honestly, for the same reason that the childhood me did it. She was looking to escape her traumas. So was the grown-up me. I've been having a lot on my mind, and diamond painting helps me to sit and process those thoughts. It helps me to organize my thoughts and feelings because, yeah, normally I'll be listening to like some music or a true crime documentary while I'm diamond painting, but if I choose to do it in silence with a little bit of jazz playing or something like that, it really is helpful. It's just helpful to make you sit still and think. Very many of us don't want to do that these days because when you sit still and think, that's when you have to feel. And once you start feeling, then it's time to process. So many people will not sit still and think. Okay, that's a slight tangent, but I am getting back into reading, hence the bookmark projects. The book I'm currently reading is called Holding On to Matthew, and it was actually written by a close friend's mom, my friend Bonnie. And it's so crazy because if you know me in real life, or if you're like tight with me in real life, you know, like I'm quick to like steal someone's mom. Not steal their mom, but if me and you were tight friends, I'll probably call your mom mommy. So it's interesting because I love Bonnie's mom and she's so, you know, nice and sweet every single time I come around. But I feel like I have a personal relationship with her now because I'm reading such an intimate text that was written by her. It is about Bonnie's brother Matthew, who passed away to childhood cancer. And I just think not only is it very informative and emotional, it made me aware of so many things that I wasn't aware of when it comes to childhood cancer, funding, research, lack thereof. So yeah, it's very powerful, and I'm honored to be reading it right now. So Bonnie, thank you. I do also find it interesting the way that my I guess desired genre has changed, or the type of books that I read. Yeah. It feels like I've been able to watch myself mature based on the type of stuff that I consume as far as reading goes. I do still love my romantic novels. I do still love fiction, you know, like just stuff, like I said, the distraction stuff. I do still love all that, but I am now getting more into wanting to read people's biographies and memoirs, especially successful people or notable people. I'm starting to get more into, like I said, you know, the personal experience. Not only that, self-help books, because I'm in my 30s now. I can't be walking around a hot mess on purpose just because, like, no, I need to be trying to be the very best version of myself. And then if I am supposed to be a person of influence, shouldn't I be influencing people for the better? Shouldn't I have something good to say? Shouldn't I have something that, like an impression that I can make on somebody? I don't know. So I am reading a lot of self-help as well now.
Understanding that shit.
Once I finish holding on to Matthew, I'm going to take a second to process my feelings. And then I'm going to jump into The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. From there, there's a book in my car. I'm so sad because I could picture the cover and I can't think of the name. But it's a very popular book. And most of y'all know I'm a restaurant server. So I was at work one day talking to this table of ladies. They were a book club, and I was telling them how me and Kalena wanted to form a book club. She actually has started reading with a friend, and I'm the one slacking, so yeah. But when I told them that, they were like, oh, okay, and they gifted me the book that they were reading. So next video, I'll let y'all know what that was. But yes, y'all, here is our completed bookmark. I've decided it's going home to Kalena. Let me try to get you to see it better. How freaking pretty, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that shine. So next thing to do is just add the tassel. And once we get that on there properly, then the project is complete. I do appreciate y'all watching, doing your projects with me, or just watching me do mine. Thank you for listening to my rambling. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. That allows you access to be a member of the Muse Mafia. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourself. Bye.